little blaster. All right, saif. One person's here. That's all. That's all I fucking need. All I need is one person. Thank you. So, I get from someone else's perspective that doesn't understand, that hasn't been here from the beginning, that doesn't know who I am, doesn't understand the whole chronological order of things, and definitely doesn't understand what happened from my perspective. Yeah, obviously I've been smeared to be made out as some sort of pedophile, but my name is out there. All my details are out there. Look me up. I'm like, there's nothing. Nothing. That's not a. If you believe that accusation, you're retarded. If you believe that accusation, then I can guarantee you, then I've probably had more pussy than you in the last month than you've had your entire life. So, all I really wanted to say is I would like to have a chance to, share my side of the story. No one's attacking me. Ronan, I guess Ronan, but like he doesn't understand. Like I don't hold anything against him. Tay McDougalball, what's up? I don't hold anything against him. He doesn't know me. He wasn't around when Six Hole was streaming, so he thinks I'm just some pedo. I'm some doxing pedo, which is neither are true. So that's the only thing. Yeah, I have no ill will towards anyone. I'm not trying to like weasel my way back into Jerusalem. If people don't like me, whatever. But I do want to give my side of the story because my side is the correct side. And after you guys hear what I have to say, you'll know that. I mean, here's the thing about streaming, guys. Here's the thing about streaming. We're looking into a black mirror. the act of streaming itself, the act of talking into technology itself lends itself lends how do I say this? It lends itself to storytelling and stuff. So there's a lot of lies and there's a lot of stories that become actual, become perception becomes reality and shit, you know. But if you think I'm actually a pedo, like you're insane. Like you're fucking insane, dude. Um, like and especially and but what I don't, what I personally don't understand is all the hate towards me when like the malice and stuff is way worse, and uh and I can't. First off, I can totally explain. Like my stuff was just something that was taken completely out of context. Yes, I wrote it, but it's completely out of context. Like you should have seen the entire conversation that paragraph was taken out of. And I was memeing. And secondly, um, I forgot what I was gonna say. I'm drinking lots of middle right now. Rolling the bread, what happened? Who's attacking you? Got my printer about to give up. Who are you, Tay Tay McDougal? What? I wish I could know who's watching me. You know, I wish I could know. But I'm not. I'm not here to stream long. I just want. This is just me. This is just a request to get on Musical's um, talk show whenever next time he ever does it. Hopefully I get a heads up for sure before he does it, so I can lay off the drugs, so I can actually speak my mind clearly. But I can totally understand from an outsider's perspective. It's like, what the fuck is this drugged up retard? Do I still smoke crack? I don't smoke crack, dude. I don't fucking smoke crack. I never. I have smoked crack, but I never smoked crack. That like there were so many crazy rumors. There were rumors that like there was rumors that I was like weird with Thumb. There was rumors that I was weird with Chrissy J. There was rumors uh that I was doing all these drugs and shit. And like none of these rumors were true. Like I became the villain, and I became like the pariah of Jerusalem. And Guru still think like it was all like an orchestrated uh, thing because I hurt Musical's feelings because I was an asshole. That's what happened. I was just an asshole, and then uh, because of a whole bunch of other reasons that I don't make any excuses for, but like I snapped at him one day, and then it was just a domino effect, and all of a sudden I'm a pedophile. Like all these new people, they don't understand that like uh, I'm one of the actually one of the most respected people in the community when it comes to actual entertainment value. I think to the entertainment value I provide, but I'll get Musical to get you on, but there's no official time. Yeah, dude, I don't care. There's no timetable. I'm not like I'm just happy to be back. I'm happy to be back, but yeah, I'm not worried about it. But so boob. So I just went into Ronan's Discord because I was like, hey, can I get an invite? And they're all talking about me, and I'm like, what the fuck? And it's just crazy because I personally have no interaction with Ronan at all. Like I have no idea who this guy is. I never really watch his streams, so I don't even know who he is. And this guy is shitting me like I'm like the worst person in the world. And I get it from his perspective. I totally get it because he doesn't know. He wasn't around. He doesn't know. He doesn't know who I am, you know? He just thinks I'm some weird fucking creepy pedo. But like I said, if Malison is somehow an actual confirmed pedo and he's accepted in the group somehow, then me, who is not a pedo, that never has and never will, and is probably more Chad than most of the people in Jerusalem, I'm banned from Discord. Yeah, he's a fucking normie, I guess. Like uh he has a wife, but he has the gayest voice I've ever fucking heard. Holy shit. There is something about what's it called? MMA YouTube that everyone is it's like what? And what's his name? Clown Show, Arkansas. He touched on it. You have to be at least a little gay, and I'll put myself into that mix. You have to be at least a little gay to actually want to broadcast your views and say something like that. And this is the whole thing about like Sewer King and Guru and all that shit. Like, if you're making, like, it's one thing to call someone gay on stream. I don't fucking care. Like, that's hilarious. But if you're making dedicated videos in a series of dedicated videos to someone else's sexuality, like, that says way more about you than it does the person you're making the video on. And everything that people have seen about me, and like it's all skewed. Like, none of it is actually real, you know. So I believe, but like I understand where they're coming from. So I don't. There's no hatred on my part. Like, I don't hate Road. Like, I get it. He thinks I'm like some creepy dude, but I'm literally the opposite of that. I have probably some of the most conservative values in all of Jerusalem, I would say. Like, I come like once every couple weeks. Like, that's, I have a fucking rule like that. But yeah, he sucks. Anyways, that's all I wanted to say. I just wanted a chance to say that. That's all I wanted to say. So, and I wanted to keep it short because I'm also drunk and I'm having a good time, and I'm not really in a great spot to be streaming right now. So whenever musical is having thing, if it's tomorrow or whenever it is, it'll be nice, because I think a lot of the people so many people, they just don't know who I am. You know, they have the tall tale, the rumors of who I am. They don't know who I actually am. And if they actually knew who I actually am, there would be drunk at 11 a.m. Boob, I only drink in the morning. I don't, well, that's not true. Lately, that's actually not true. But Boob, no, you drink in the morning because then you get multiple protein-heavy meals so you can recover from the alcohol and then sleep like a baby. If you drink at night, you're going to bed with that toxin in your system, and you're basically pickling yourself while you sleep. It's horrible. It's absolutely fucking horrible. Okay, I'll ask musical. Thank you, Tay Tay McDougball, whoever you are. I think you might be Cage, maybe? I don't know. Thank you for watching, though. I really appreciate it. And from the deepest part of my soul, I hate all this drama shit. Like, I never intended for any of this to happen, and I hate that all of this is like surrounding. I absolutely hate that all of this is surrounding me. This is not a plea for attention. This is not anything. And I know it's coming out of nowhere, but the astrological bodies say that it's time for Six Soul to emerge. But I never stopped watching musical. I never stopped being in Jerusalem. So, and everyone liked Kelvrat. That's the thing. Kelvrat was a very liked guy. Chrissy J. Yeah, Chrissy. I think there's a 50% chance that me and Chrissy J end up on Island Tech. It all depends on how we hit it off when we meet up in person. But here's the thing. Okay, so you guys who are watching, you are the realest of the real ones. So here's the thing between me and Chrissy J. Before, I always liked her, but there was like a barrier between us because I just felt like I was too smart for her. But now I'm fucking retarded. So now I'm just happy and retarded. This is a different Six Soul. This is a more compatible with Chrissy J Six Soul, I believe. So fingers crossed. that maybe Sixel is my future wife. You know what? Fuck it. I was gonna say I don't really want to have babies with Chrissy J because she's older than me, and I don't really want to have retarded babies. But fuck it. It doesn't matter if it is written that my baby's gonna be retarded with Chrissy J, then I would much rather have a retarded baby with Chrissy J than no babies without Chrissy J. Let's put it that way. So if that's what's in the cards, so be it. So be it. I know she's drowning too. I know she's. I can feel it. I can feel it. She doesn't. She doesn't live that far away from me, uh, relatively speaking, and I can like. This is what I'm a very intuitive, sensitive, empathic person. This is what I feel things, and especially in this drugged up state, just. I'm more sensitive to energies and things that I've ever been in my entire life, and there's just certain things that I can just pick up on, and there's just a giant veil has been lifted above above my eyes, and a giant weight has been lifted on my shoulders because this curse has finally fucking been lifted. Guys have no idea. I've been cursed for 22 years, and it's finally been lifted, and I can finally for 22 years. What drugs do I do? Just weed. So currently just weed, alcohol, and DXM. That's it, boo. So nothing crazy, nothing hard, nothing illegal. All three illegal. I got the DXM from Amazon. Same day delivery. So all legal. You can't judge me because it's all legal. Weed is legal in Ohio now. I went to the dispensary a couple weeks ago. And obviously I bought the alcohol from the store. So it's DXM. Yeah, dude. DXM is the shit. DXM is the best fucking drug. DXM, middle schoolers, you don't understand what DXM is, dude. DXM, I made this analogy before, but DXM is incredible. DXM, depending on the dosage, like if you do a very, very small dosage of DXM, it will take you back 10 years in your life. But if you do like a medium plateau dose, like you'll feel like you're a kid again. And if you do a large dose, like a huge dose, you're an infant again. You're back to where you were in infancy. And so you can see reality as how it actually is. Dude, it's Boob is 30, by the way. Dude, I'm 35 and sad and alone. Like I'm not judging. And I thought Boob was 40. But who cares? Like, here's the thing: we're all streaming, we're all fucking here alone. So it's like we're all sad and alone. It's not. I don't think that's a secret, unless you're like musical and you have Thumb with you. If you have Thumb and Pickle, Pickle has been in my prayers lately. I'll say that. I've been thinking about Pickle a lot lately. I mean, obviously he's his time is coming soon, but I have been praying for him to have a peaceful and not painful death. But Boob, I thought Boob was 42 or something. I could have sworn Boob was like 42. And that's what middle schoolers do. So Boob, it is what middle schoolers do, but they don't know how to use it properly. They don't know. And so I've been playing chess a lot the past year. And if you don't know this about chess, kids are really good at chess. The best chess players learned to play chess when they were infants, when they were just babies, because the way a baby's brain works is way more conducive to being a grandmaster versus the way an adult's brain works. Just because all those fresh neurons and stuff. So DXM, it reverts you back to childhood. I swear to God, a month and a half ago, I went on a 19-game win streak. A 19-game win streak in chess. That doesn't happen. You get matched up with people the same level as you. Like you don't. That type of shit just doesn't happen. But I was so high, so fucking high, on DXM. Yeah, but I was in like that sweet zone where I was like into like the 5 years old, 6 year olds category, and I was just murdering people, just absolutely murdering people with the utmost confidence that I can murder people. Um, you from Ohio? I'm not originally from Ohio, but I live in Ohio now. Yes, I live in the suburbs of Cleveland, but I am looking to get the hell out of America. Shit's about to go down if you don't know. Um, I'm not like doom and gloom like America's done forever per se. I'm not saying that at all. But what I am saying is there's a huge revolution, or there's a huge upheaval about to take place, and I don't want to be a part of it. And there's island nations across the globe where the dollar stretches really fucking far, and I can do what I'm doing now, except over there. So instead of being dirt poor in Ohio, I can be relatively well off in a island paradise. I think I'm gonna fucking do that. Whether Chrissy J comes with me or not, I'm gonna fucking do that. That just makes sense. The only earthly attachment I have is Larry, and he's coming with me, obviously. I just wish there were. I mean, I'm going to do more research, but I just wish there was an island nation where there was a mountain on the island where I can live on the mountain and have a cooler climate. Because I hate tropical shit. It's not my. I can handle it, but it's not my ideal climate. I like colder the better. If I could live in Siberia, I fucking would. Um, But yeah, Ohio's fine. I like Ohio weather. I like Ohio climate. I hate Ohio people though. No, I take that back. I don't relate with Ohio people. It's just the amount I've lived here 7 years, and the amount of people that I've clicked with it's so small, and that's always been the case with me my entire life, but especially here in Ohio, it's even more so, just because spirituality, like alternative forms of spirituality, aren't really alive and well here, and alternative ways of thinking, and it's not. I don't want to say alternative, but just more attuned to what's actually going on. Um, Things here are more traditional, more stuck in Christianity, I would say, and I have nothing against Christians, but it's an outdated manual for working with the spirit world when you can work with it so much more directly and so much more easily if you just shed all that dogma and all that shit. But the dogma traps people, and it's very evident in the South and here in the Midwest. It's very pervasive, and I'm about to get the fuck out. Like I can see it now. I have the ability to. I know I can. Nothing's stopping me. I have nothing tying me down here. I've lived here for 7 years, which is fucking crazy for me. I always was just a nomad before this. And yeah, so if anyone just wants to pass the message to Ronan, well, is Ronan just like a retard anyway? Like from what I tell you, from what I can tell, he seems kind of like a retard anyways. But if I am to be part of Jerusalem again. I don't care if I'm Jerusalem in like I don't really care if Six Soul is a part of Jerusalem or not. I know I know the information I know, and the life course that I'm taking right now, and the things I'm experiencing right now. I can help so many fucking MMA fighters and so many boxers, anyone in combat sports. I can help them so much recover their chins if their chins are wavering and stuff. Like, because there's always that what's it called? Uh, that debate. It's like, when your chin goes, does it go forever? But look at Andre Arlovsky. Look at Andre Arlovsky. Like, everyone thought, including me, I thought for sure he was done, like, what, 15 years ago? And he's still fighting. He's still fighting because I guarantee you he figured it out. Oh, shit, I got to stop eating vegetables. So the wrong vegetables. But this is very, very important information that combat sports athletes in specific need to know, because I'm not in combat sports right now because I'm shedding this shit right now. Like, you just can't do it. But I know, like, I can feel it, and I know, like, once I'm at a point where where I can do it again, and I'm not in fucking a drunken haze, I'm gonna be way better than I'm gonna be older than ever, and I'm gonna be way better than ever, and I'm gonna be beating the shit out of people half my age because I know this shit. This is it's a hidden knowledge that every single human being on the planet needs to know, that 99.9% of the planet does not know. And it's the most important when it comes to athletes. And it's 10 times more important when it comes to combat sports athletes, because these oxalates, they get stored in your bones and shit. And in combat sports, if you know, like, anytime you're hitting the pad it's a lot of collision, it's a lot of vibration, and so you're activating those oxalates, and when you activate those oxalates, a lot of negative things happen within your body because you're getting an oxalate overload. And this shit ties into chin durability and shit, and this is the missing link as to what makes a good chin and what is not. Everyone has known for a while that cardio is a big factor. But the biggest factor is how many oxalates you have stored inside you, and how much of that can get rattled. And if you have none of that inside you, like, you're not going to get rocked. Like, you're just not. Like, because I know that personally, because before when I started detoxing from this shit, like, I could take a punch. Not great, but I could take a punch. And then once I started detoxing from the shit, I literally could not take a punch anymore. Every punch was like devastating. Like just a half blow. It felt like my whole world was shattering. That's why I stopped. And this is why MMA fighters have to stop. And this is why boxers have to stop. And thoughts on Rigo and his chat owning you. Rigo's retarded, dude. His chat, they don't own me. Like, they don't even know who I am, dude. Like, Rigo, I would destroy, if Rigo was right here, right now, even in my super drunk, super high, super oxalate toxicity state, I would slap the fucking shit out of Rigo. And he would do nothing about it. He would do nothing about it. Me and him are about the same size. He's got a much more defined jawline than me. I don't believe he's going through the same health issues that I am right now. And I would still destroy him. Still. So thank you, Tom. Thank you, Tom. That said, I have no ill will towards him. Like, the one thing that bothers me about Musical is how much he hates Rigo. It's like, dude, just fucking let it go. Like, Rigo bothers me, yes. I just don't watch his live streams, but I do watch most of his regular content because it's fucking good and it's very unique, and he offers a unique perspective, and he's like 75-80% right on most of the things he says, and he does a lot of esoteric stuff, and that's fucking awesome. Same with Gnome Chad. And if you're not cool with that, that's cool. I get it. It's not for everyone. But if you're watching mixed martial arts and you're not seeing the spiritual aspect of mixed martial arts, you're missing the majority, like 70% of what mixed martial arts is. It's a spiritual battle. It's way more of a spiritual battle than a physical battle. This is why Guru was sick the entire time, and right before the fight started, that's when he started to get better. That's because Guru Izzy put a curse on him. My first instinct was like, oh yeah, Izzy I felt and you can take this from me in my most spiritual high states. When Guru first started getting sick, I didn't, my instinct, it wasn't even my instinct, it was just my inner voice saying, oh yeah, Izzy put that on him because he didn't want Guru to be running his mouth during fight week and stuff. And I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Actually, I can't really blame Izzy for that. Like, can you blame Izzy for that? Really? He has access to his black magic. He's fighting this man who black magic does not work against. It does not work against. He can do all the juju he wants. It's not going to work. So what's he going to do? He's got to do it to someone. He's got to make someone pay. So he makes Dricus's boy, the MMA guru, pay. And yeah, I respect Izzy for it. Fucking I respect. Anyone else would probably fucking do that. I'm not condoning it, but I respect it. And I'm glad Guru's all right. Guru right now is having like a second lease on life. Guru thought he was going to die. And so right now Guru is 10 out of 10 happiness. And I'm 100% with Arkansas. He's got a whole lot of shit coming. You cannot do what he has done recently and not think that pendulum is not going to come back towards you, because it will. You cannot do what when I just saw the thumbnails of the videos Guru was making, I was like, oh, he's not going to be on YouTube much longer. So I am personally 100% agree. I sensed that before whatever rumors that Clown Show heard. I felt the spiritual rumors before that yes, Guru is not going to be on YouTube much longer, but he'll still be around. But he's going to have a lot of reprioritizing he needs to do, which is great because I had that too. Who's Rigo? You know who Rigo is. He was a commenter. He's an OG, and then he used to clip Guru streams. And then he started creating his own channel. Just type in Rigo and watch his content. I think his content is really good. As a human being, Rigo is exactly like my friend from high school. He looks like him. He talks like him. He sounds like him. Rigo's name is Ryder, and this guy's name was Ryan. It's very, very similar. And I just saw wheelchairs ago. I don't know if that was in reference to me, but anyways, that's me for. I don't think that was in reference to me, but anyways, Rigo reminds me of one of my, I don't want to say close friends, but one of my friends who stabbed me in my back, and I know Rigo's type very, very well. He's very smart. He's very calculated, but he is not to be trusted. You cannot trust Rigo. I love his content. I will always watch his content, but I don't watch his streams. I don't do that shit because Rigo's ego Rigo is the textbook definition of why religion is stupid. Same with Gnome Chat. Like they show you how religion tears people away from their actual righteous path because their ego is so hooked on what they believe is true. How am I feeling today? Hobknocker, I'm feeling better than I've ever felt in my fucking life. Hobknocker, swear to God, not exaggerating. This is the best I have felt. Number one favorite day in my entire life, and nothing great has even happened today so far, but I am feeling incredible because the curse is lifted. Perspective is finally getting put in place, and things that were so obvious but I couldn't see, now I see them so clearly. And yeah, it's just a weight's been lifted off my shoulders. So yeah, things are great. I hope things are great with you. Thoughts on Gnome Chad's recent drama with the pedo allegations? I am not. So I watched Gnome Chad's his content. I don't really go in his streams very much. I don't know anything about drama with it. So I don't know, but I'll say this. He's not. I'm not a pedo. Rigo's not a pedo. Gnome Chat's not a pedo. Wheelchair Guru's not a pedo. None of us are pedos. It's such a stupid fucking thing to just baselessly throw out there, and it devalues actual pedos and actual pedo victims. You know what I mean? Like, none of us, you can hear in my voice, you can hear when Juru speaks, you can hear when Gnome Chad speaks. None of us are pedos. So it's really throwing that shit out there, I think, is just so stupid. And I hate how normalized it's become. Like, there's a reason why it's become so normalized, and it's fucking bullshit. So that's how I feel about it. So is Gnome Chad a pedo? No. Hell no. Hell no. Kay just checked. He looks soy. How much he weigh? $150. The size of my leg. Oh yeah, he's probably smaller than me because I've been eating carnivore last year. I've definitely been tacking on some mass. Although I've lost a good amount the last 3 months because I've been doing drugs. I'm still bigger than I was. So how many micheladas so far? Just three. I'm not super drunk, but I'm still very, very high from the night before. What's my profession? I help sick souls find God. That's what I do. No one wants you to think he is for content. It's so funny. The thing is, Gnome is young, man. Gnome is like 21, 22. This is something, I don't know how old you are, but this is something you have to understand. Is like, a lot of you guys are so young. You got to give people leeway, man. Like, yeah, I have said some stupid shit on stream. Gnome has said some stupid shit on stream. Rigo has musical. We all have said some incredibly stupid shit on stream. And if you clip it out of context and you make a story and you say, oh, he's a pedo because of it, you can do that with anyone. What's funny about the Ava Chris Tyson situation, I was like, literally I was thinking about this, any outlet at all, any media outlet at all can take any one of us and spin it and make it seem like we're a pedo just because we were in Jerusalem Discord at one time because of all the shit that Chemp sent, and all the shit that all those sickos sent. Like, those are the real sickos. Like, I never sent fucking porn and all that disgusting shit in Discord. Like, that's how you know. That's how that should be a signifier, what's it called? A litmus test to see if I'm a sicko or not. I've never sent porn in Discord. That's not what I do. Like, that's other people think. No, let's see. Do you think you can outdrink Wheelchair Juru? I don't care, dude. That's such a ego-based thing. I don't fucking know. Probably not. It depends on how much he drinks, but probably not. If he drinks every day, well, here's the thing, Tom. So for the last month and a half, I was drinking every other day. I was drinking like a Four Loko every morning. But the past like 4 days or so, I've been drinking every day. So I've been like, I'm at the end of my rope too. I'm not going to keep drinking. I'm right at the end of it. I'm getting sick of this shit. But I'm enjoying drinking now because now that I have the right supplements to make sure that I don't get depressed while I drink. It's very enjoyable because I always wondered why certain people can drink and they can just have a great time and everything seems like an adventure and they never get depressed and shit. And I always when I drank, like an hour later, I would be the most depressed, miserable son of a bitch you ever saw. And it's just because of a B9 deficiency. That's all it was. That's literally all it was. And I didn't know that. So now that I know that and I have the right supplements, the methyl, you can't take folic acid, but the methylfolic acid, and you take just a small amount because my brain is very sensitive, but just a small amount. I can drink as much as I want. I will never get depressed because I'm scientifically replenishing what I'm taking away via drinking. And alcohol is estrogenic, but I'm also scientifically putting back in my body testosterone via some testosterone, natural testosterone pills that work really well with me. So the negative effects of alcohol I've been negating like like to to a scientific and autistic level, and now I can actually enjoy alcohol. How one of my best friends from high school used to enjoy alcohol. It's just I always envied him. It always seemed like anytime he got drunk, it was just an adventure and shit. It's because that's how his brain works. His brain obviously just doesn't get depleted of B9. Woo! That was a good pee. That was a good pee. And yeah, I forgot what I was saying, but where was I? I'm gonna read chat. So I'm gonna say this: if you think I'm a pedo, if you think Juru's a pedo, if you think Gnome's a pedo, if you think Rigo's a pedo, if you think any of us are actually pedos, you are retarded, absolutely retarded, because you can spot a pedo, like you can spot them, dude, like you can fucking spot them. None of us, none of the people, like we are all constantly being smeared as pedos. None of us have ever posted anything in Discord that would ever suggest the other than the other than the copy pasta that I did post, but that was out of context. That was fucking out of context. So pretty sure wheelchair Drew is pet. Okay, so technically speaking, yes, but I don't think he is in actuality. He was 18 when he dated a 14-year-old. So as the letter of the law says, yes, but in my eyes, an 18-year-old dating a 14-year-old is not that fucking weird. It's not. I'm not excusing the behavior, but it's a kid, it's a high schooler dating a high schooler. You know what I mean? Like the thing is, like I've been seeing girls way younger than me lately, and no one has an issue with it because I'm 35 and they're in their early 20s. I'm not a pedo. Like, but the age gap between me is way more than the age gap between Malison and his girlfriend in high school or whatever. So I'm actually defending Juru. That's just, he's not a pedo. He's not. Like he's got a lot of anger. He's got a lot of issues. He's got a lot of things he's got to sort out. But he has the gift. He is funny, and he's not a pedo. He's not a pedo. So I will back him up. And the fact that he made Hank the Tank go that crazy on on musical stream, I will forever I'm Team Malison now. Forever. Like that was the best moment. I had such good fond memories of Jerusalem way back in the day, and that beat all of them. So I can't be mad at Malison. I think me and Malison can be friends again, and if not, that's fine. I don't care. I understand either way. Yeah, I don't care if I can outdrink him. He could probably he's smaller than me, but he probably could. I don't know. That's not something I care about. He's not a pedo. I mean, technically he is, but he's not. That's a needed step to become famous is pedo accusations. Hobknocker, exactly. You got an Owen Wilson nose. I love it. Hobknocker, my nickname was Hansel. My nickname in college was Hansel because I have an Owen Wilson nose. What's the saddest you've ever been while drinking? Oh my God, Tom. I can't even go into it because here's the thing about being sad and being happy in whatever state you're in. Whenever you're really happy or really horny or really sad or really depressed, really anxious, you can only really think of other times you were in that state. And that's because that's we're all fractured, and that's our personality in that state. So what you're seeing me right now is a pretty happy, sick soul. So you're asking me about the saddest I've ever been. I can tell you when it was, but I can't describe to you what it's like because I literally can't feel it right now. I don't relate to it, but I can tell you that it was the darkest, most depressive thing, and I I understand and my heart goes out to, and I relate to every single person who gets sucked into this whole media thing that mental health needs to be talked about constantly, and that your suffering is like a badge of honor and shit. It's not. It's not at all. It's just a chemical. It's literally just a supplemental, a chemical imbalance that is so easy to fix. That I know I can fix the fucking world. I know I fucking can. Um, and it's for pennies on the dollar, literally pennies on the dollar. What if I think Wheelchair Drew is a bisexual? You can think that, Tom. I have no thoughts on that. I personally have not. So I have seen a lot of cracks in the armor of MMA YouTubers, um, Freudian letting Freudian slips, letting themselves out as gay. Wheelchair Drew is the one that I haven't seen. I'll say that. So I am gonna say no, but I don't know. I'm not in his head. Thoughts on Colby and Vitali supposedly bullying a pedo? Vitali? Who's that? I don't even know who that is. Vitali? Who's Vitali? I don't. The thing is, here's the thing, dude. It's that pedo is the new white knight. It's like the new. You have to show that you're against it. If you hear someone's a pedo, it's like that's a horrible it's the new. I don't know. I guess it's the new rape, or it's the new. It's the new. I like black people. It's the new. I'm not racist. You know what I'm getting at. Um, so anything you're doing when you're talking about pedos and shit, and you're like, oh, I'm above that shit. Like you're just virtue signaling, and virtue signaling is a cancer that is destroying the fabric of this society, and I'm not going to do that. So I don't even like talking about it. Like I genuinely just don't even like talking about it. But I know for the next couple weeks or so, I'm going to have to talk about it a lot, just given the situation. But I really don't like um, giving energy to it because it's fucked up. Because there really are kids getting fucked, and that's not happening in Jerusalem, as far as I know. But it is happening in other places. So I think it's fucked up. Not Wheelchair Drew's not funny too much. He steals all his jokes from Weonte Wilder. Weonte Wilder is fucking hysterical. I don't know if Weonte Wilder is an alt of you, Tom, or just someone else, but Weonte is hysterical. Weonte is definitely an OG. How have I been meeting chicks lately? So I told this story, I think last night, maybe the night before, or last couple streams, but so the first time, so I started doing DXM, and for like the first month I was just doing Dollar Tree DXM. And then the first time I did Amazon DXM, I wasn't aware that it was way stronger, like significantly by leaps and bounds stronger. So I took the same dosage thinking that I was going to get the same effect. But in reality, I got like a brain bleed, like a Vicente Luque brain bleed, hemorrhage, or like I got some like crazy fucking shit that like changed the angle of the way my brain receives whatever consciousness it's picking up from the ether. And and it sounds crazy, but I swear to God, it's true. And what's the point of this? Anyway, so it made me and it's changed my personality. So it's made me a hell of a lot more wise. It's made me a hell of a lot more happy. It broke the curse, but it's also made me really fucking retarded. Like I make a lot of just all the time. I just make so many stupid mistakes now that are so funny. It's like right now living inside me, it's like an adventure of, okay, let's see how many mistakes I make just trying to get to the gas station right now. It's literally like that. So I told you all that to say that. So one of the things that changed about me is before that happened, I was having a lot of issues with girls. I was having a ton because I was just so in my head and I was so angry and I was just so like what's it called? Just in my head. I wasn't in the moments. I wasn't having fun. And just like that song says, it's one of the best quotes. You take it to heart. If you want to have success with women, take this quote to heart. Girls just want to have fun. Just be fun. That's it. They don't want anything else other than fun. They don't want you to say they're pretty. They don't want you to put them on a pedestal. They don't want you to suck up to them. They don't want you to give them flowers. They don't want you to any of that shit. None of that shit. They just want you to be in the moment and have fun and just be goofy and silly, like how Musical is on stream. Like Musical is he's very whimsical and childish, and that's how I know he's good with the ladies. Like you can just tell. Like girls love that shit. And since my brain damage, it kind of shifted my personality to allow more of that aspect to express out of me because I'm not in my head. I'm more in my body and less in my head. I'm more in my body intelligence. And when you're in your body intelligence, there's no thinking. I don't go out before I used to go out thinking, oh my God, I hope I meet someone at the market, or oh my God, I hope I meet someone around here. And anytime you do that, you're not going to meet anyone doing that. 100% of the time, you're not going to do that. You're setting yourself up for failure. That's literally how it works. But if you're just like how I am right now, just going with the flow, just not giving a shit about anything, whatever comes to you is what comes to you, and it will come to you. That's the best way to describe it. You're not worried about it. You're not worried about how many girls you're getting, or if you're getting any girls at all. You're not worrying about who you're getting. You just know that as long as you're being yourself, you're gonna be a magnet for anyone who might want to have sex with you. You know what I'm saying? So I hope you guys are recording this. I hope you guys this is golden level six soul wisdom here, because even though I'm fucking retarded now, I'm way more wise than I used to be. I'm a better person now, even though my IQ points have dipped. I'm happier, and I'm way more of a go-getter now than I was a few months ago. So that's how I've been meeting chicks, Hobknocker. I have not been going out to meet chicks. I have just been living life, and by living life and being authentic to myself, I've been meeting chicks. And if you want to know specifically, icebreakers and stuff, I've just been using the fact that I'm fucked up as an icebreaker, and it works every time because it's authentic. And that's all chicks care. As long as it's funny and authentic, it will work. Thoughts on Hank the Tank? Oh my God. I've got a couple thoughts on him. First, he said partner. Is he gay? I have to know this because I have to know just from my perception of him, because he's multiple times said my partner. Does that mean he's gay, or does that mean he's a Democrat who uses that term to describe his girlfriend? Because I don't know. I genuinely don't know. Because my thought of Hank the Tank would actually be higher if he was actually gay, because it would explain a lot of his ideologies. If he's not gay and he has those ideologies, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude? I don't know how does that become a person? You know what I mean? Hold on a second. I'm just getting some water. Oh, man. But he's young. He's really, really young. So I give him a shitload of leeway. He made the best moments of all time in all of Jerusalem. By my money, I was I was so high and so drunk, and I was probably crying for 15 minutes, literally crying for 15 minutes in tears because of that moment. It was so goaded and so funny and so out of the blue that there's no way I could have hatred towards Hank, and there's no way I could ever have hatred towards Mallison because they both were needed to make that moment possible. And yeah, so when I debate, I just think debates are stupid. I'm not here to debate anyone. I don't want to debate anyone. I will gladly tell you my view on reality. I will gladly tell you my perspective. I will gladly tell you my account of how things went down way back when. I'll gladly do all of that shit. Um, but I'm not here to change anyone's mind. You make up your own mind. You listen to your own gut and you come to your own conclusions. I don't like debates. How would you feel if you found out there was a tiny door where if you walked through it, you entered a portal where a person entered the portal became you for 10 minutes? Like being John Malkovich? I love that. That's one of my favorite movies of all time, Tom. That's one of my favorite movies of all time. And it's fucking awesome. I would I think that's where humanity is headed, actually. I'm pretty sure that's where humanity is headed because I've had a lot of experiences where I'm experiencing life, but I'm not me. I'm not Six Soul. Yeah, Hank and Idaho Skatesman are the first gay MMA YouTube couple. But so that's real? So that's true. So that's true. So I'm not that's not because that was the vibe I got, but I didn't want to say anything. And so many people have said this, and I echo it too. Okay, so if he is gay, I don't want to be calling him a faggot shit. Like I don't. If he is, like, I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to be doing that shit. So now that I know, thank you, Tom. So that's what I. Unless you're trolling me, you could be trolling me. But now that I know, because it seemed that way. Um, it seemed that way. That's how, of course he thinks that way. Then of course he's a 20-year-old gay man. Of course he speaks the way he speaks and thinks the way he thinks and explodes on Mallison the way he explodes on Mallison. So if Hank hung out with Jerusalem long enough by osmosis, he's gonna start to become a lot more based. His viewpoints are gonna start to change. He's gonna realize that just because he's gay doesn't mean he has to be super liberal. Um, but yeah, I wish Hank nothing but the best. Did you play the bad guy in Avatar? I play the bad guy my entire life. That is my birthright. Is whenever there's a drama, I become the bad guy. That is the story that I wrote. Wash, but I don't write the story. The story writes me. The story of my life. I have always, 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 and I think it's going to change now. Maybe not. Who knows? I'm hoping it changes now. But if not, I'm prepared for it. I have always been the villain, no matter what. Even though I have never actually been the villain. I've never actually been the monster that they say they am. And in fact, I've never even been a fraction of the monster that they say I am. To call me a pedo, yeah, whatever. You can call me that, but to actually think that, to actually believe that, to actually believe that I've done anything with kids, that's insane. And you can look me up. So I'm not. I'm fucking not. Hank refers to him as his. Okay, so they want to be professional about it. That's fine. Okay, so they have. So I will respect that. I will never call Hank gay ever again. Well, I take that back. I will probably call Hank gay again when I forget. But I'm gonna try not to call Hank gay ever again. You watching the new Joker? I'm not. I'm not watching anything at the moment. Um, other than Guru and musical and MMA and WNBA. Oh my god, I love the WNBA. If you guys weren't here for my last stream, I love the fucking WNBA. That's not. That's not. That's not. I'm watching it ironically. That's not. I'm joking. I genuinely love the WNBA. It's the best sport to gamble on, hands down, by far. There isn't a close second. Mixed martial arts is seconds, but the first one is WNBA. If you know the sports, if you know esoteric stuff, if you know uh, the actual gender of some of these alleged women, it's just becomes so easy to bet on, and it's so rewarding to bet on because it rewards you for actually knowing the information, and it rewards you for actually thinking critically. Whereas NBA and NFL and shit, they don't reward you for thinking critically. In fact, they punish you many times for thinking critically. So I don't like to bet on those sports. Fuck that shit. And I will bet on the NBA like in like March, April when there's like a lot of what's it called? There's a lot of bench players playing and shit, and you can get a lot of values on props and shit and fantasy when you know the spots to play. But other than that, uh, if you want to gain a massive edge over the books, find a small league and learn as much about that league as possible, especially if it's a women's league. Especially if it's a women's league, because everything that applies in a sports psychology applies triply to women's sports psychology, and it's fucking beautiful, dude. It's absolutely beautiful. I don't even give a shit about the only sport I watched in the Olympics. I swear to God, the only thing I watched in the Olympics, I watched the gold medal male basketball game, which bored me to death, and then I watched the female basketball, and that's it. I didn't watch anything else. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. But like, there was so much money to be made because I knew all the girls competing for all the different countries and stuff. There was the edge, oh my god, I made so much money because the margin and the edge for because the people setting the lines, the people setting the salaries don't watch uh, uh, the WNBA. They don't watch it. They don't know what they're doing. They have no idea what they're seeing and doing. They have no idea the patterns. They have no idea the rotations. They have no idea the trends and who's looking good and who's. They have no fucking clue. They're just looking at statistics and guessing. You can't do that. You can't fucking do that if you want to know a league. So, one of my best pieces of advice, if you want to make money, watch the WNBA. It is the fucking tits. And it might not be that way forever because a lot more people watching it this year than previous years. But goddamn, I love the WNBA. I will die on that hill. I hate all this social justice shit, but ignore all that shit. It is the most beautiful sport to gamble on, and it is the most profitable sport to gamble on, and I love it. Thoughts on Gary, the numbers guy? I don't know who that is. I've heard the name, but I don't know exactly who that is. So, when gambling on WNBA, the most important thing is knowing the WNBA. The storylines, the players, their weaknesses, the matchups. That's by far the most important thing. And if you add on top of that, if you know gematria and you know astrology and you know some of these girls' birth dates, and on top of that, what was I going to say? On top of that, I'm in certain discords that are like really, they're really nerdy into the numerical analytics of the WNBA. Like there's so many mathematical edges I have over the books right now when it comes to WNBA that even in my fucked up state, and I'm not even trying. I used to put so much effort into this at the beginning of the WNBA season. Now I'm putting very, very little effort into it, and I'm still making money. If you know what you're looking at, there is money to be made. A lot of almost for sure. Like I've made so many bets where like there was no sweat on my mind. There was no There was no thought that it could ever go wrong because all three, the gematria, the astrology, and the matchup and the psychology, it all pointed to one thing. So you bet that one thing. It's kind of hard to describe. Um, what's it called, methods, and people in the normie WNBA group, they don't like to acknowledge people in the esoteric WNBA group, but I suspect that people in the normie NBA group are using esoteric things. I know for a fact they are because of some of their picks they make. Like there's no way you're going to make that bet if you didn't know certain esoteric things. But I am rambling now. I'm just trying to convey as much information about making easy money as possible. WNBA is where it's at. Holy shit. And in my personal opinion, and I don't like saying for sure on futures because you never know. But this is just the vibe I got. Just the vibe I got is that way back when the WNBA started, I was watching it back then too. The Houston Comets, a now defunct franchise, they won four championships in a row, right? And since then, the talk in the NBA is, will there ever be another franchise that can do that? Will there ever be one? Well, right now, the Las Vegas Aces have won 2 championships in a row. Right now, they have by far the best player in the world, A'ja Wilson. If you know nothing about betting, you don't need to know anything about betting. If you just bet her over every day, you will make money. Her over PRAs, you will make money because she's so much better than everyone else on the court. It's laughable that they keep raising her limit. They've been doing it all season. They've been raising her limit, raising it, and it's still not even close to enough to where it should be, because she's that far up. She's the Michael Jordan, but even more so of the league. Like she's the best. She's the fucking best. And she's a dude. She's the fucking best. You can't stop her. You literally cannot stop her. She's fucking incredible. She's on the Aces. I believe Las Vegas Aces. Las Vegas. First off, they're in Las Vegas. What does that tell you? Secondly, Aces. There's 4 aces in a deck. And there's been all these, there's just the storylines and stuff. And just the storyline, like the 4 main players, their big 4, their 4 best players, I believe, are all trans. And I think it's all just a big psyop and stuff. So if you want a little tidbit from me, Las Vegas Aces to win the chip this year, Las Vegas Aces to win the chip next year. I think that's written in stone. It's been almost 20 years. The WNBA is bigger now than it's ever been by far. The time is ripe for them to really to make the call on having a real franchise and dynasty like that. And they'd be stupid not to do it. They'd be absolutely stupid not to do it. So yeah, the odds on it aren't going to be great. They're probably like plus 150, plus 135 to win it all right now. But that's a goddamn guarantee. That's a goddamn guarantee because the storyline it makes sense, but also financially it makes sense, and also just with the player matchup wise it makes sense. No team matches up well against them. New York is the best, but it's still not great. And they're just too good. They're just too good. And if you're betting on a sports league where there's 12 teams, and one of those teams is way better than the rest of those, you can just keep betting that team no matter what the odds are. If you can just find your spots and how to bet them, there's a lot of money to be made. So I'm Team Aces all the way. Yeah, I hope someone got something out of that, because that's what I've been doing a lot of that in the last couple months, and I've made a lot of money just watching WNBA. And yeah, the athleticism is shit. Yeah, you're gonna have to sit through fucking a whole bunch of missed layups. Yeah, you're gonna see a whole bunch of turnovers where you're like, "What the fuck was that?" Like, you're gonna say that way more than during an NBA game. However, it's way more physical. They actually play the game of basketball, and it rewards you for paying attention, and you can make money off it. So, for all those reasons, the WNBA is the best American sport when it comes to making money. And I will die on that hill. Absolutely die on that hill. Now, if anyone has questions for me, please ask now. If not, I'm going to go. I will be happy to talk to anyone on Musical Stream whenever that may be, because I know most people think I'm a pedo, but I just think it's crazy how I like to think Jerusalem is smarter than that. I like to think Jerusalem knows that it's a fucking meme. Like, it's not like there's a difference between memeing and reality. It's not the fucking, I don't know. But there's so many people that they don't know me. They don't know Sixel. They just know that I'm a pedo. So I have space in my heart to like not get mad at, like, it sucks having people think that about you, obviously, but I have space in my heart to like not get super pissed about that. With that being said, thank you guys for watching. I love you guys. Thank you guys for tolerating my bullshit. I'm gonna pop open another michelada for you guys, chat. Contender Series was fucking horrible yesterday. Holy shit. That's another. Before I go. Musicals band is. I have been looking for a new band, and it's been so fucking obvious, so blatantly obvious that it's musical. It's his shit that I need to be listening to, and he finally started linking it. It's in his Discord. Listen to his sound, the stuff on his SoundCloud. This is not me gassing him up. If I would have found this music at any time in my life without knowing music at all, and he was just a stranger, I would get into this music. This is my type of music for sure. That's the best endorsement I think I can give of it. And it's not me gassing up. I truly. It's awesome that it's fine that I can have a new artist. I've been stuck on Novulant for months now, and I really like Novulant, but it's been getting old, and I need something new. So thank you, Musical, if you're watching. Thank you, Musical, for that stuff. You are beyond talented. Your life is going to improve drastically in the next couple of years. I know that. Just believe that. Just have that in your heart that it will, and it will. I know it will. I love you guys. Take care. And Chiwi!